Here are 3 pointers on the file menu down here that I didn't detect, even though I've been using this for Affinity Designer for such a long while. And it's a convenience. So let me just start off. If we go to File and we go to Open Recent. Okay, so you usually have the files you've been working on here. And at the bottom it says More and Clear. And if you clear, these things will go away. And then as you start opening up things, they will repopulate here. Yes, I know it's quite obvious there's a word more here, but I've never really gone to that. I would just go and open and go get my files. If you click on More, this is what you sit with. It's got a few options over here from New, which is often what you see when you open it. Now, if you're not seeing this when you open up your Affinity, then most likely it says this box is not checked here. Okay, but the thing I want to show you is the recents here. I'm not going to go through the others. The recents will show you all the stuff you've been working in the recent while. Look there. I mean, it's all of the things that I've been working on is there. And then you can align it in a list, although this is a bit more difficult to see the little icon, but then you're getting the actual path where the files are if you are interested in that. If I click back there, here's also a nice feature. Say you're working with this image and you want to isolate it from all of these images and maybe this one over here, then you can just click the toggle pin and possibly let's just go to another one and just say, okay, we're going to toggle pin. So we've got 2 pins toggled. So if you go on top here, you can see the filter. We're on all now. If I go pinned, then we just have these 2. And then I can open each one as I want to. And to unpin it, it's just going to click those again. And if I click back to all and pinned, there'll be nothing there. Okay, so it's this actually cool feature about recent that you can see all of these. Great. And if you want to remove it from the recent patch, you can just click remove there, and it will take it out of this sort of container area for future. So that's the one thing. The other thing is when I'm busy working with whether it's a artboard like this or just a particular image, you can copy an element on here and create its own what we call it, its own tag or tab on top here as its own document. So if you select a particular area, this area, and you're copying this, when you move it across on its own, it will use this bounding box as the size of the actual artboard or structure you're working with. So it will leave no spaces. Let me show you. Go here. We're going to go copy, or you could go Control C. And here's the key. The second one is you go to File and you go to New from Clipboard. So you've copied that into your clipboard now, and if you click New from Clipboard, there you're forming it. So as I said here, you're right at the edges because you're just selecting the object. Now, to increase this, if you're working with it, instead of selecting this and trying to decrease the logo, you could just go and click Artboard Tool, insert artboard, and go to the move tool. I click off here and just click the title of artboard so it doesn't select the areas here, and then I keep Control and Shift down to proportionately size it, and I size the artboard with that. Remember, don't click the whole lot like this because the object and the artboard will increase in size or decrease accordingly. Once you have it at this point here, then you basically can have a bit of clearance space around here. Okay, so I'm going to just close this off. In addition to having one element that you can copy across, this also works with an entire artboard. So if you select that element and this element, it will do the same, of course. But if you go to the artboard, if I'm clicking on the entire artboard and I go Control C or copy, and then I go New from Clipboard, it's going to create a whole replica of that particular artboard, which is really cool. You also have the ability to copy over multiple artboards. So if I'm going to just keep the control down and left mouse, oops, click there, left mouse drag. Okay, so if I have 2 or could be 3 of these, I'm going to just leave the 2. If I select all of them and drag, if you go there and you copy, and now you go File, New from Clipboard, it comes across, I don't have that font, that's fine for now. It comes across like this, and this looks like one artboard. But if you look here, you'll see they separated, and if I click on a specific artboard, it then clarifies that, and that will go. And when you export, they export as 2 individual artboards. Okay, so you can copy artboards over also from your clipboard, things that you're copying. Okay, so I think that's actually a nice feature to know. Where I use it a lot is, let me just show you, if I'm, for example, working on a variation of this logo, I want to create it on its own, and I want to go fiddle there. I don't want to create another artboard here. I would do that. I would select the object, or even if I want to export this logo on its own, if I want to export it here now, I don't want to come here, drag, create another artboard. So I just go Control C and for copy, and then I go and paste from clipboard. And routinely, I don't think too much even about it. I just create, insert artboard, and then I select the artboard, and I keep Control down and Shift, and I just proportionately size it a little bit bigger than the object. And there I go, I've got my logo, and I export it. That's just my workflow. Don't know if that will help you. The last thing I want to cover is this Save as Package. If you're sending stuff to people, or you're even saving it for yourself, you might find that if you're moving on to another computer, you might not have the font or the image that comes with it for some reason. It's a good principle to save as a package, because when you click Save as a Package, you have the summary. You can say, yeah, include the fonts, include images. So it will show you, yeah, you can see already that that font is missing, and you can maybe make a plan about it now before you package the document, so you can have that font included with, and then images are embedded in the document. If the images aren't embedded and they're linked, they will pull through here as the image, the linked image, so it won't be left on the local computer. And then you save it as a package, and when you open it up on the other side, you've got all the elements that are together. Okay, so those are the 3 little heads up hints for today, and hopefully that makes your life a bit more simple. Have a blessed day, and shalom.